Hello students, welcome back to online classes of Semstar Global School. I am Fizza Akhtar and I am back with this topic punctuations. This is most probably the last part of the video. This is part 6 and in this part we are going to study all about the following punctuations. Semicolon, hyphen, quotation mark which is also called speech mark or your inverted commas, and last brackets. Let's study. Before proceeding, let's quickly revise what we had studied in the previous part. We had discussed about 3 punctuations, and that were comma, apostrophe and colon. So first one is comma. Comma is used to show a small or a slight pause or a normal pause in a sentence, and it also separates a group of words that are not belonging together. Next one is apostrophe. Apostrophe basically shows 2 functions. One, it shows contractions, and second, it shows possession. We had also studied the rules regarding this, that where to use apostrophe in possessive nouns. Please go and revise it. Next one is your colon. Colon gives you the introduction of list of items. I am again repeating, those who have not seen the previous part of the video, please go and revise it. Then you come here and continue with this part. Okay, so let's proceed with today's topic. The following punctuations we have to deal with. So our first punctuation mark is semicolon. Let's see where it is used. A semicolon is used instead of a full stop when 2 or more sentences are too closely related in meaning to be put into separate sentences. In a very simple language, if I can explain you, is that when 2 sentences are given that are very close in meaning, or you can say when the conjunction is missing between the sentence, then we basically use a semicolon instead of a full stop or a comma. For example, we did not go into the theater before our friends arrived, semicolon. Instead, we waited outside. In the given sentence, first of all, we are not using a conjunction. That is why we have used a semicolon between 2 sentences. And second, that the 2 sentences are very closely related in meaning. And the next rule says, semicolon is used in a sentence when a list of items are given and there are so many commas within the sentence that makes the sentence confusing. For example, the committee consisted of Carol Jones, the staff representative, semicolon, Bill Johnson, the boss, semicolon, Tariff Smith, the local doctor, semicolon, Murray Todd, the fisherman, semicolon, and Mary Rinshaw, the cook. You can see in the sentence here that so many persons are given and their designations are also given. That is why in order to differentiate or separate the person's name and the designation, we have used semicolon so that the sentence does not become confusing. I will give you one more example on the same rule, and I think then it will be more clear to you. The next example says, the new store has fruits, vegetables and grocery items on the ground level, luggage, household items on the first floor, men's, women's and children's clothing on the second floor, and books, music and stationery on the third floor. So you can see here that so many items are given. That is why we have used comma to separate them. Apart from that, we have to separate sentences from the ground level, first and second floor. That is why we have used semicolon, so that there shouldn't be any confusing thing in the sentence. Next punctuation mark is hyphen. So let us see where we can use this. Hyphen is basically used for 2 or 3 purposes. First is we use it to form compound nouns or compound adjectives. Compound means 2 or more words joined together to form a single word. For example, it is given one-way street or chocolate covered peanuts. So this is your compound nouns and compound adjectives. Next one is we use hyphen with compound numbers. Again, when 2 numbers are used together, like it is given 46 or 63. And the last one is we use hyphen with prefixes. Prefix is a word or a number that we used before some other word, like it is given your ex-husband or self-assured or mid-September. So we are using hyphen here. I hope this is clear. Next punctuation mark is quotation mark or your speech mark or inverted commas. Quotation marks are used to enclose or they are used with direct quotes, means direct speech sentence. As it is given, you must arrive on time, the professor said. So the words that are said by the professor are written within the quotation mark. Is this clear, everybody? And the next one says to denote titles and nicknames. That means, for example, it is given her favorite book is Brick Lane. That means we are emphasizing or we are highlighting the name of the book here with the help of the quotation mark. The next punctuation mark is brackets. You can see the following types of brackets. One is parenthesis or commonly called round brackets. Second, square brackets. Third, angled brackets. And last, braces or curly brackets. I hope you have seen these brackets somewhere or the other in your sentences or somewhere in your life. But we will only deal with parentheses or round brackets because that is what is given in your syllabus. Let's study. These parentheses or round brackets, they show two purposes. First is they give you extra information in the sentence. For example, it is given on Monday, the first day of our holidays, we explored the beach. That means the sentence that is given in the bracket is giving you extra information. I can even remove that part because it will not change the meaning of the sentence. So it is just an extra information. The next purpose is also same, that it gives you extra facts like dates and dimensions. As it is given Elizabeth won and in the brackets it's given 1553 to 1603. That means this is the life period of Elizabeth. Even if I'll remove it, it will make no difference. So this is just an extra information. I hope this is clear to everybody. That is all for this chapter. I hope this is clear to everybody. Please keep revising, keep studying. I'll give you questions on this in the group most probably. Till then, take care everybody and thank you.